This podcast contains dumbasses doing dumbass things. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone. What episode is this now? Like, it's a fucking number.
I think we're on 14.
14. Yep.
14? Fucking me. Jesus Christ. That's like almost, that's bigger than 13. At least.
Oh my God.
That's like almost 14.
I think that's the point. I think that, that's kind of the whole point, right?
Nah, incorrect. Numbers are
Oh my
a
God.
figment of my imagination. I'm like in Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm Mason. I'm literally Mason. The numbers Mason. What do they mean? Who's my ass? Ah! Anyway, it's early. We got a long day ahead of us. There's a lot of stuff to get through. Oh my gosh. What's up?
Oh my god. Let's get started.
Would you say that?
The
Anyway.
pain sounds.
No, that hurt my soul. I want you to understand, a piece of my soul can never be recovered. You've killed it, burned it, stepped on its ashes.
It's okay.
Anyway, it's not okay. All right. Does anybody have anything they want to say before we get started? Anything before we get on with the service?
Hello. Does everybody
Thank you,
Hi,
Shane.
Mom.
Did you say hi, Mom?
Yeah,
Does your mom watch this?
probably. She comes on my TikTok lives all the time.
Oh. Shout out. Well, shout out Coda's mom. Let's give a round of applause for Coda's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Lord.
Who is clapping that? This is a great start. This is a great start. This is a great start. We're 2 minutes in, and it's already like, it's like we haven't taken meds. It's amazing. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's
Speaking of
true.
Taking meds.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, while Coda pops perkies, let's say I should.
Say it like you're not down.
Let's.
God. My mother listens to this. We just established that.
Hey, Coda's mom. Coda does Percocets in alleys with strange men.
She does. No, they do perk 30s. They do perk 30s. That shit hit different.
The worst thing about this is that my mom's gonna hear that and go, "No, she doesn't. She never fucking leaves the house."
Ooh. Could you imagine that getting called a square by your mother?
She wouldn't be wrong. Okay, listen.
Holy shit. We're 3 minutes into this. This is going great. This is a great morning. Anyway, now that we know that Coda has a Percocet problem, Jesus Christ. Let's get.
Oh my God.
Let's get into this, okay? Sounds good.
We should do some fun facts about our characters to get us back in the mood, get us back to where we need to go.
Oh yeah, Coda. What's Mary's favorite narcotic?
Yeah.
I want it to
All
be
right, so we're
known.
going to a mansion, yeah?
I want it to be known before we go to this mansion. I don't do drugs. I was taking my antidepressant. I can't even handle weed. It makes me paranoid as hell. I am the most vanilla person ever. Leave me alone. Lord.
All right.
Anyway.
Our DM currently dying.
Dude, remember, kids, drugs are funny. Let's get on this.
Dimitri has, by the way, never done drugs in his life. Like, I need people to know that.
Like, let's start out there. That's like 100% a thing. The closest I've gotten to drugs is I smelt weed. I didn't even do it. I just sniffed it because that's just Los
You took a
Angeles.
hard whiff. You just went.
Yeah,
You walked by Pineapple Express.
I'm saying.
He walked too close to someone smoking a joint, and he's just like, "Oh, guys, I'm gonna have a fucking contact. I don't know if I can go to my next class."
I inhaled that shit like I was an Imagine Dragons, where I'm just like.
Oh my God.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's go.
D&D.
Yeah, this mansion.
That's what we're here for. We're 5 minutes into this and we haven't even started. Thank you guys for joining us for this. How about we call it now? I'm kidding now. All right, anyway. Let's get into it. So, last time we left off, you guys finally returned to Tribor. You did it. You did it. You got back to Tribor. Congratulations. And
Achievement unlocked.
Achievement unlocked, yeah. You got the fucking 30 gamer score according to Xbox. So,
Hey.
big thing is
I prefer
that
trophy
all you
system.
guys. Oh, shit. Fuck it up. Anyway, so you guys all made your way back to Tribor, and making your way back to Tribor, you were immediately met with a fucking flash mob of just people that were getting real pissed at this motherfucker in a manner. You know, pitchforks, torches, classic witch hunting. Let's just say that one town, I don't remember that town in the United States, would be very proud. You know, I'm trying to think of what it is. You know, the witch hunting town? Like, I don't know. That's beyond it. That's not in D&D. Salem, thank you. Let's just say Goody Proctor would be proud.
Focus, please.
Sorry. Anyway, so, honing in. You all were met with a mob that, with pitchforks, farmers' tools, weapons, torches in hand, all planned on storming this manor on a hill that your friend, quotation, I'd say ally, Darathra, a harper, was trying to fend off along with several other rangers, trying to ward them off from breaching this gate and storming this manor of this man that she claimed had nothing to do with the circumstances at hand. You all returned, gave some information, managed to ward off the crowd thanks to Darathra's help and manipulation of the scene, eventually going back to the Lord Protector's keep and, of course, discussing what's going on, right? Giving a rundown of everything that's happened and all the complications that come with it. Darathra, of course, paid you for your initial services with a hefty pouch of 300 gold pieces, for all of you to divide amongst yourselves. But then also said, for the night, anything that you did, or like when it came to amenities such as visiting the tavern, going to the inn, resting, would all be on her. Just forward her the bill and everything would work out. There you all shared a hefty amount of drinks, talked amongst each other, came up with some very interesting group names that I don't even know if you guys have decided on it yet. We're going to figure that out sometime. But besides both egregious and wonderful names, you guys found rest. Visions were met to some of you in your dreams, but others, the night was well rested. It was well deserved. Eventually, you met back up with Darathra in order to, of course, turn over and figure out your next sort of plan. Major thing is that what she wanted you to do is to find this gem, find the people who had this gem, retrace steps back towards their fortress or wherever base they have, and then afterwards, after you locate it, break into their place and steal the gem, and get out alive, hopefully with gem intact. Because as Darathra said, you know, any item that, I don't even know what Darathra said, last time. At least off the top of my head. I was just going to be gimmicky. Anyway, it was something along the lines of, if it's in the hands of a Zen, don't fucking trust it. Essentially. The importance was paramount. And because of that, all of you were not only contracted after agreeing to help Darathra with her plight and this sort of plight of this gem, but you were also gifted magic items. A bag of dust of tracelessness, a cloak of elven kind, and some potions of invisibility as well as healing potions to assist you on your way. On top of the 300 gold that you originally got to assist you on this sort of debacle. Oh, someone died. Oh, Matt died. Rest in peace. Welcome back, Matt.
Right. Cut
Anyway.
resume.
The cut resume. Anyway. We'll figure that out. Anyway, all of you, with magic items in hand, chose to come back and essentially, find your way and come up with some more information. With the name of Hylth Kolstag being dropped a few times, all of you eventually decided on possibly going up to the manor where this Kolstag individual resides, going to ask him a couple questions before you figure out your next destination, where you need to go. So, all of you guys are making your way through the streets of Tribor, sort of following behind Darathra as Darathra leads you once again towards the pathway that you guys were originally came into the city from, where you saw the crowd gather just the other day, where you are met with this set of gates. A large lock is latched on top of it, and as you sit there for a moment, Darathra reaches to her belt side and pulls out a keychain, sifting through a few of the keys until eventually reaching a singular, very ornate key. And she looks at it for a second, looks at the lock, and then jams the key in and just unlocks it. Unlatches it, puts it kind of at her side just to hold on to it as the gate then creaks open. What stands before you is a long, winding path leading to the top of this hill, where comparatively to the rest of Tribor, a rather illustrious manor stands. Almost like cold and hollowed outside. It is a large stone building that, although the fauna around it is very bright and vibrant, a good couple of trees cast shade for this morning, sort of with the morning sun. It's comparatively to the rest of the wooden buildings of Tribor and sort of the less than modest lifestyle, it's a stark contrast, and it definitely gives that sort of vibe of this is isolation. It is if you were to take the word isolation, this would be a casebook definition. Darathra turns towards all of you, and she nods. Well, I'll follow you to the door, and if he doesn't want to speak with you, then it's beyond my control. Understood?
Understood.
We nod.
Alright then. Follow me. She begins walking up the hill, expecting all of you to follow, in which I'll assume y'all do, unless y'all say otherwise. Yeah.
Follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So all of you guys eventually make your way up the side of the hill until eventually, of course, you kind of sit in the front door of this giant manor. There is a large set of sort of blackened oak doors with two mantles on the front of it, portraying gargoyle skulls that are open mouthed, with two rings that are door knockers on the front. As you guys step closer and closer, Darathra walks up the steps leading to those blackened oak doors and raises a hand, and it's the knocker slamming on the door. And a couple moments pass. Knocks again one more time. Kolstag, it's Darathra. Are you home? hear a couple birds chirp in the distance. The wind gently rustle.
Is it normally like this?
She sort of like looks to like the corners of this, like it's essentially like a 3-story manor, but you do see like its stone structure. It's kind of got like more of like a gothic vibe to it, whereas the rest is very much a kind of like classical, like English medieval, like wooden architecture. This one is more stone gothic, almost pseudo-Victorian-esque sort of structure. And she takes a couple steps back down the stairs and then looks towards the side of the buildings. Liam, I guess who is like looking at Darathra?
Liam would be, because he asked her the question.
Yeah, Mayri
Liam,
is.
Mayri, and Neve. I'll need you 3 to make insight checks.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, 3 a.m. You just watching the door? Okay.
7.
Oh my god, I got in that one.
Oh,
No fucking way.
Here we go.
We're back,
Start.
baby.
Already
right away.
started.
My god.
Sorry,
Perfect.
Adding it to the tally.
Adding it to the
Sorry,
tally.
bear with me a moment. Your roll 20 is having a moment.
That's perfectly fine. Liam, you got a 7.
Yeah.
Neve in that 1. The
We're all looking at her.
you're still kind of hungover as well, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're just like, ooh. You know, you get a little headache. You can't really focus on like very specifics right now. You're just like, give me generals. Oh, I wanted to ask also, I completely skipped over this. While we're waiting for Coda's roll 20, who took the Cloak of Elvenkind? Did we
I believe-
decide that?
I don't think we did. Though I believe
Yeah, I don't think we really
Liam
did
gave
the
it
loot
to.
yet.
I believe Liam gave it to Noblin.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
talked about giving it to Noblin.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So, oh
The
yeah.
cloak is a little bit too big for Noblin. I want that to be seen. It's more like a trench coat.
Oh yeah, it's very much in its current state. It is like a full like trench coat that's like a little bit dragging behind, but it's very interesting because in this short time that you've already begun the attuning process with it, you haven't spent the full hour with it. But even now, as you're like sort of focusing in on these magical powers, you do notice the cloak is starting to adjust to your size, slowly but surely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Catchphrase.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Steal it from Luigi. I cannot.
You stole it from Noblin. Let's be real here.
Yeah, let's be real. Let's be real. Noblin's the precursor for all Italians. So we have Mary with a 12. There's a very obvious sign, Mary, on Darathra's face, a sign of slight concern as she looks up towards the corner arches of the top of the manor. Looks left, looks right. That's strange. It almost seems as if she's like looking for something specific. They should be up there by now.
What should be up there?
Kolstag is known for his various arcane antiques, I guess you could say. Things he's collected in his time, and also the things that he's made in his time. These, on the other hand, she like looks towards these sort of empty. It's interesting. It does look like there's supposed to be a statue there. That like in this sort of like I'm trying to think of the word. It's like a kind of like a stand. Like it juts out from the side of the building. It's made of stone. It's where a statue would sort of normally sit. Sort of like points over towards these stands. on the left and on the right. There are specifically 4 that you notice. All 4 are empty. And she looks over. It's like, those should be coming to greet us. And I don't know where they are.
Mary is gonna turn towards Dodja and go, how hard would it be for you to kick down the door?
Could try.
When they're having that conversation, does it have glass? Can you see in it?
Can you see in it? There are windows nearby.
Okay.
Because the door itself is just one solid, sort of black oak piece with 2, little fucking knockers.
Can I guess for future reference, can I Misty Step through glass like that?
As long as you can see the other endpoint, yes.
Okay.
That's sort of the ruling with a Misty Step and Dimensional Door.
I didn't know if it would be like obscured because it's technically like a pane of glass is kind of an obstruction.
No, as long as you can see the other side. The only thing, like, Dimension Door, you can kind of guess. That's the one thing you can just assume and step through. Whereas Misty Step, you have to see another end.
I see, okay.
So.
Are there any rocks? Like small, throwable rocks?
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of sort of rocks scattered all around the grass.
We'll give
Totally
the door
fine one.
a shot.
You want to shove in the door?
Yeah, I'll give a door a shove.
Is the door open? We'll see.
It's about to be whether it wants to or not.
Dodja, I'd say give me a athletics check.
Am I able to help with this?
Can I? Yeah.
You know, I will say, if you want to, like, before Dodja, like, how would you describe the help, Noblin?
Can I, like, put my hands on the back of his legs to, like, push him faster?
Sure. Dodja, make this check at advantage.
Cool. All right, let's see.
See, I was gonna give you guidance, but this is way better.
Oh, both are really good.
Oh my goodness.
Holy shit, a 22 and a 23. Fuck.
Holy fuck. Good job, Noblin.
The door's coming down.
You turn over and give a little push as Darathra, like, sort of, like, extends her hand a little bit as if she's going to say something. But Dodja, you aren't really able to recognize that as you turn over and slam it, like, shoulder shove into the door, and with fucking ease, this door crumbles right in front of you, and you stumble in to a completely dark room. No lights are within these halls. A long, stretching hallway stands before you before it reaches a front foyer. But it is it's nearly pitch black, were it not for the sunlight that's creeping in through these, like, red tinted windows, giving a very ominous glow towards the entire keep, towards the entire manor. You bust in, and Darathra then finishes speaking. I wouldn't do. Oh. Dodja, make a perception check for me.
Cool.
For anyone who's looking towards the door.
I'd probably say that Liam's looking through the window.
It's too dark. Dodge is blind. He doesn't like dark.
And Liam, if you want to make a perception check,
through the door?
if you want to make a perception check through the window, Liam, go right ahead. Atlas, 9%. Wow, these are some great perception check, guys. Look at this. Wow.
Don't worry, I got you.
There we go. Go to side.
So, Dodja, 6, Noblin, 2, Atlas, 9. So, great. That's a great spread right there. We have Mary with a 23, Liam with an 8, Neve with an 18. Does Averon want to roll? If not, perfectly fine.
No, I'm good.
Okay, I can respect that. Anyway, I'll say definitely, Mary and Neve, being perceptive as you are, the door was unlocked.
I told you.
Well,
And as you broke through, the whatever remnants of like sort of like the door handle or like locks that were like, it's the door is basically kind of like shattered and almost off its hinges. It was like a fucking huge shoulder shove that just like, let's just say Dodger would make a incredible member of SWAT.
He is the breach team.
Yeah, he's the breach team. Give
listen,
Dodger a
I
Rainbow
mean,
Six character, and we're
the
golden.
guy's rich. The guy's
Oh, yeah.
rich. He can replace the door. I ain't worried about it.
Liam, you're trying to look through the window. You sort of cup your hands around the window in order to sort of deflect the light that's starting to like beam at an angle and stare in. You look through this window, and you aren't really able to see much. It's kind of weirdly fogged.
And then Liam hears bang.
Yeah, then and it's like, oh shit. And Rapper's like, oh, I don't know if you'll enjoy that. And she sort of like is looking around. Anyway, Dodger, you stand in this darkened hallway. With the perception check you got, with the 6 perception, you don't notice anything immediately off. It's kind of hard to see in this dim lighting. Yeah. It tastes, there's a taste on the wind. You're not really able to describe the taste.
Hey, anyone got any other lights?
Oh yeah. And Noblin reaches into his bag, grabs out the oil lantern, puts a new flask in there because I imagine it's out, and I have 2 that were in my burglar's bag.
Okay.
So, yeah, I light it up.
Wonderful. All right. You light it up and it begins sort of growing as you step into the hallway. And you're finally able to see something. Dark spots that scatter along the walls on the artwork that decorates the sides. What once may have been beautiful tapestries and beautiful sort of pieces of work are now ruined by this black, brackish smattering of liquid that skates across it. On one tapestry, 3 large claws strike across it, almost like nails on a chalkboard, marked. These claws themselves are gargantuan. They easily could be the length of a very large sword, if necessary. Like, if a necessary sort of measurement is to be described. But 3 rakes scar across the tapestry. What's up, Anna?
Can I tell if it's like their animal scratches?
Ooh, go ahead and make a survival check.
Oh, wait.
Waiting on that survival.
I rolled a 10 plus 6, I think. Yeah, 6. 16.
10 plus 6. Let's go. A 16. With a 16 survival check, it very much could be a beast. It's not a sort of marking that would be made from a blade. It is definitely 3 claw marks that raked across this tapestry, and you're not sure from what beast. That's not clear, but you do know it is not a man-made sort of marking. This wasn't intentional.
Mayree's gonna turn to Darathra and go, when was the last time that you saw him?
She just looks around, taking in the entirety of what is around her. 3 days ago. Wasn't too long.
But before the attack?
Her eyes grow wide as she realizes that. You can like visibly see like complexion wash from her face. Yes.
As the realization like comes over her face, I think Mayree is gonna tactfully start to make her way. There's an upstairs, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, there is. Because you have like a fucking ludicrous amount of dark vision. That's really the best way to describe it. You can see clearly, and you can see better than everyone that what lies not only within this hallway, but also within the distant front room, is the remnants of a battlefield.
Okay.
Scorch marks, destroyed statues, ruined furniture, blood smears, other strange spatterings across the walls. One set of the two stairs that lead up to a balcony is completely sundered. You see a chandelier that has fallen directly into the center of the room, scattering glass all around. And in the distance, the ashes of what may have once been a fire in a distant fireplace lie dormant.
I'm going to try to describe this in a way that does not spoil certain people who have not seen a certain scene in a certain movie.
Oh, whoa. That was very targeted.
That was nuts.
Listen, I didn't say anything until you called yourself.
What movie?
Is it Two Towers?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
They continue Lord of the Rings hating, just telling you to fucking watch it. Anyway, go ahead.
In a way that is very reminiscent of a specific scene from the Two Towers for those who have seen it. Mayree is gonna kind of like stop and sort of like put up a hand to get everyone else to stop too. Like just to like stop from moving around. And she's going to very slowly inch forward, kind of like avoiding the chandelier, and as she moves, she's going to start sort of like not announcing, that's not the right word, but like inform the others as to what she's seeing as she walks. So she's kind of like glancing around this battlefield within the home going, something or someone fought here. There's evidence of a very, very extreme battle. And she's gonna like keep moving, like keep glancing around. Can I roll like investigation or something to see if I can like figure out where the battle went, like continued on?
Oh yeah, you can roll an investigation check easily.
Dodge is gonna draw his maul at the word battle.
You draw it out. I will also say Darathra draws her greatsword as well, seeing this. A 12 investigation. It's more obvious that like it was a battle that sort of carried on throughout a long stretch of the manor. But you do see it, by the looks of it, by the path of destruction, the destroyed staircase, the fallen chandelier, even the broken railway that stands up, kind of like, stands above the staircase, lies broken. So you can tell that whatever happened, the battle continued upward, up the stairs.
Once she's kind of like cleared the chandelier, she's gonna turn back to the others and go, a chandelier fell and broke right there, so just be careful stepping around it. And then she's gonna make her way to the foot of the stairs and go, it continued up this way, and she's gonna start heading up.
Noblin has a light, yeah?
Yeah, Noble's got a lantern.
Hey, Noblin, can you shine the light over here? Liam is kind of motioning toward. You said there was blood, right? You said, Dimitri?
Which area are you talking about?
The battle that occurred.
The battle? It's kind of a. It's not. There is like kind of some blood splatterings. Yes, like there is a very clear, transparent, like red crimson that is very dried and old. But others, it is a sort of black brackish liquid that scatters the walls and some parts of the floor. It's almost oily as well, and still wet.
Be mindful going up by yourself. We don't know what's here still.
Oh yeah, here comes that light. Start walking over with the light.
Wonderful.
It's carefully, very carefully, avoiding everything. Silent as a mouse.
Okay. If you guys are trying to stealth, I will need you all to make stealth checks.
Yeah.
Certainly try, even though
Can
I
I
think we'll do.
also cast like a cantrip like Primal Savagery?
Primal Savagery? I think Primal Savagery is it's a just action, if I'm correct. Let me check.
Yeah, no, it's an action. Am I allowed to? Because it says that I get to like sharpen my claws.
Oh yeah, so
my teeth.
yeah. The way how Primal Savagery works is you could totally do that, but it's like it's like for like a brief moment of time. It's just like it appears, you strike, and then it fades away. So it's not like Wolverine claws.
Until I strike.
Yeah, no, it's not Wolverine claws where it's just right there. If you have a spell like Flame Blade would essentially do something like that. So, because that has concentration 10 minutes.
I do have
so. Ooh.
But, I don't know.
Not bad.
Well, it is your call. It is your call if you want to.
Real quick, Anna, can you speak for me?
Hello.
All right, cool.
Hello,
I just
hello.
had to adjust your audio level.
Oh,
Okay.
heard.
We're good.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, Anna, speak up, Jesus.
Yep.
I kid. Anyway, so these stealth checks, we have 18, 23, 6. Okay, that makes sense. 22. If you're wanting to cast Flame Blade, then that's I'm more than cool with that. It actually also provides another light source, so Noblin's not the only one carrying a lantern like it's Amnesia. But so, which hand do you want it to apparate in? Left or right?
Right.
Immediately as you see all this, you mimic sort of like a sheath at your side with your left hand. You put your hands together, and from a sort of ethereal sheath, a flaming scimitar erupts, illuminating everything, and it crackles, and it's a very golden red flame, that of a natural traditional fire that is enchanted to be a sword. You are armed and ready, so
Perfect.
very cool, very cool. It is what is it? I think it's a melee spell attack, so you use your wisdom. So from the bottom. All right, stealth, wonderful. So you guys all begin sneaking through. I get a roll for Durathra as well. Yeah, that is rough.
Oh, God. This is why I went up ahead of everybody else. This is why I went up first before anyone.
Yeah.
I'm not a stealthy boy. I'm a tanky boy.
True. And Durathra is also in plate.
Lord.
So, disadvantage. Okay, that's not bad. 8 was the lower one. So, it is what it is. That's all I gotta say. It is what it is. Either way. It is what it is. Either way. All of you begin pressing further and further into the manor. Following up the stairs, you, with each step, for some of you, Daja in particular, and also Durathra, not to, put all the blame on a singular person, It is a very interesting journey for you all trying to sneak, because it's in the moments that you think you're silent, you're stealthy, you're there, you got it. You hear just a the creaking of the wood below and the stairs as well. With each step, you try and stop, and there's kind of this constant creaking of floorboards below. But either way, you press forward until eventually all of you make it to the second floor. If you'd like to give me another investigation check. Okay. Who is rolling for this? Just triple checking. Is it just going
Are
to
we all
be...
allowed to, or just Mary?
I mean, if you guys all want to, I will not deny you.
I'm gonna keep my ears and eyes open for any sounds that aren't my feet creaking the floorboards.
That's a fair point. Either way, okay.
Oh, no, I can't be doing this because I'm over with Liam.
Yeah, you're over with Liam. You guys are kind of like filing in the back. That reminds me. Oh, were you still trying to like?
Marching order.
Was there anything? Well, a marching order, but also Liam, were you trying to look through the window, or are you still trying to? Are you following everyone else? Liam? Oh wait, he's muted. That's okay. We'll continue on with everyone else.
He's following everyone.
Oh, he's following everyone. Okay, so you guys are just following up the rear. So I'd say if Noblin wants to, I won't deny him the fact. He's a smart boy.
I already rolled it. It was a 5 + 6, so an 11. Yucky.
Oh. Well, even then a +6 is pretty gas, but that's
Right?
okay. It's real good. Hey, don't knock yourself. Either way, all of you continue pressing forward. And eventually, as you guys make it to the top of the stairs with a 18, 11, 21, that's a good spread. Mayri and Neve. A, because a flaming scimitar is in your hand, and B, Mayri has an insane dark vision. You begin to see more and more of the struggles and conflicts that have gone about. There's a great deal of destruction that winds within this lounge area. You see a couple like sort of branching hallways, but you see all the battles coalesce to the central door that lies in front of you, where even then there are rakes within it that almost threaten to destroy the door, like cleave all the way through it. You do see like little flicks of light begin to break through the claw marks that are embedded within this distant door. A lot of the furniture is scattered. There is almost like acid that is melting some of the wall on the left side, and scorch marks of fire on the right. More of those claw marks, some of it digging into the ground and seemingly raking up, some even skating across the ceiling and raking down. It is a barrage of battle that lies within this lounge area. But all of it funnels inward to this distant door, where light slowly creaks through. Not red light, much like the rest of the manor, but a white light that just slightly beams through.
Mary will continue to press forward, like stealthily.
Okay.
Same.
Works for me. All right. So, anything else anybody would like to do before we press further on?
Just
Beyond
continue.
beyond just keeping my eyes and ears open for any sounds or weird things. Not really caring to try to figure out the investigation part.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Could
Okay.
Noblin, what would Noblin roll to see what kind of animal this was?
This would be a what we originally did before was a survival check to see if the claws were animalistic in nature. This would be a nature check-in.
Okay.
To see what kind of animal this could be.
I had a 12.
Had a 12. You are unsure of what this could be. There's a wide array of creatures that could make claw marks this large. I mean, with the size that they're raking at, it could be easily, like I said, it's as if the claws were essentially a mighty blade that was cleaving through this. But you are unsure of what creature this could be. It's a large one, for sure.
Look over at Liam. I'm unsure of what this creature could be, but it's a large one for sure.
Okay. You know when the creature was here?
I don't know. And I pull the little toy bird that I had made out of my bag. I just hope it's not a big one of these.
Did you make a big one at some point?
I look Liam in the eyes. Noblin is so full of shit, by the way, right now. But in his mind, he's got to play it off. He looks him in the eyes, and he goes, "Do you really want that answer?"
Not really.
Good.
I'm good.
And Noblin just continues on.
All right. With that, all of you eventually make your way towards this central door. It's barely standing as is. If Dodger were to give it a shoulder shove, it would fold in on itself.
I think
It'd be like an omelet.
Just do it anyway.
I support
Overkill. If you want to, be my guest. I won't stop you.
Is it? It's like closed. It's like
is it a
closed,
jar or
right?
closed?
It's, by the looks of it, very slightly ajar, but it is like essentially, it's slightly ajar. It could be closed, if it was given like a little extra shove, but even then, it's barely fucking standing. Like, yeah.
Maybe we'll go ahead and give it a light little shove. A love tap.
Okay. So you give it a little love tap, and it just kind of, and then falls in on itself, scattering to the ground.
Nice.
And you are met.
Do we have a door dead counter?
If you want to put a door kill counter, be my guest.
Nice.
Like, just keep track of it. But either way, you look forward, and you, Mayri, and who else is flanking behind Mayri immediately as? Okay,
I am.
Neve. All right.
Yeah.
I'll probably be somewhere in the middle. I don't know where Averon is.
Okay. We'll say Mayri and Neve. You step in, or at least are able to look into this room. And what you are met with is a rather large study. Various books line the walls of this room. A table with some chairs, a distant sort of alcove that you can't see super duper clearly, but clear windows, not like the red tinted ones that were of the other study. Well, not of the other study, but of the rest of the manor. Illuminate the room. And as you step closer inward, both of you make a perception check for me. All right, we got a 16 from Mayri. Move up to 23!
Yeah, back on roll 20.
All right, yeah. It's because the normal dice did give you a net one, huh?
Yeah.
Is that the alternate? If you roll nat 1 and roll 20, you alternate physical. Go back and forth.
Yep.
Yeah. I
This
just
is
go
a
back and
swap.
forth. It's time.
All right. So, you two immediately step in, and both of you, very obviously, go from your left, where all these books are. There's a distant sort of like board, like a chalkboard, that has all these random scribbles along the side. Your eyes pan over to meet a large telescope, and then pan over once more to see 4 statues. Gargoyles, all kneeling, fist down, heads tilted downward towards the alcove that you were originally glanced over, but now are focusing. A single figure sits in the chair, humanoid, older, a gray beard, stress adorns his face. But it's at this point both of you immediately catch the smell of rot. And you look and see, in the distance, sitting at this chair, stomach ripped open, blood coating the floor and his chair that he called his last resting place. The human wizard you may have possibly met. The person, not may have possibly met, but would have met. He sits there, lifeless. 4 gargoyles kneeling towards him, motionless.
Upon sight of the dead body, Mary's just gonna kind of relax out of a combat-ready stance, and she's gonna turn down the hallway, and she's going to say, I found the gargoyles and the man who once was the Lord Protector.
You see Darathra sort of, her eyes sort of light up, and Darathra's like, he was not the Lord Protector, I am, but...
Oh, well. Tells you how much I pay attention.
Darathra still, like, pushes through all of you and, like, stares inward. And looks upon the carnage of this room. Surprisingly less obvious, or, like, less sort of impactful, like, markings and scatters of blood, or, like, spells slung, but sees the light peering in from one of the windows, like, dancing off his face as he sits there, lifeless. And Darathra's like... She exhales, signs a minor prayer to herself. So I guess he did die. The battle must have reached him. She takes her sword and sheaths it. All of you. This was Kolstag, the owner of this manor, and the one you were going to ask about. She sort of sits there for a moment, hangs her head kind of in, like, defeat and sorrow, like, a little bit.
Does he have a holy symbol on him? Do you have a god he supported?
Not that you can immediately see. Give me a perception check.
Can
4.
all of us, or just...
Yeah, if you guys all want to make perception checks, be my fucking guest.
Ooh, maybe not.
What were the rolls? Oh, Jesus.
There we go.
Goodness.
Nat
20.
It's the
Nat
one time.
20. Nat 20 dodger. Ooh.
He's used to death.
He's been surrounded by death his whole life.
Nah. Alright. So we have. Can everybody just tell me their rolls? Just real quickly.
4.
Thank
9.
you. Nice.
7.
Nice. Alright. And then we got Dodger with a nat 20. Thank you guys for your participation. Y'all get extra credit. Everyone else?
Yay!
We need a roll.
Do we get inspiration?
No. You get a good boy point, though.
Can I level up?
You get a
No.
gold star.
You get a gold star to put on the wall. Everyone
Can I get
else,
one
Yay.
spell slot?
one spell slot. You took a long
That'll
rest.
be hot.
Can I get one bag
No, a
of
free
holding?
one. Like one extra one just in case.
Fuck no.
A break glass in case of emergency spell slot.
Yeah.
You know what? Here, Coda. I'll put that somewhere in the world. There you go. You got it now. You gotta go find it though. It's like the One Piece. It's
I was re-listening to some of the episodes, and at one point, I think I did accidentally cast a first level spell, despite the fact that I didn't have this spell.
Then lose the spell slot right now.
I'm kidding.
You know what? That's fair.
Repent.
Must be
Nah.
free.
Yeah. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Either way, with a nat 20 perception, on top of the smell of rot decay that has begun festering within this room, that is emitting from this corpse, couple things you notice. There's seemingly, because of where Kolstag's final resting place is, he's kind of at a angle to which like you kind of like there's a couple steps that lead up to him, and the desk that he's in front of is kind of shifted to the side. It was like tossed a bit to the side, so there's a clear indication of his body, so much so that you're able to see his his intestinal tract. But you do see in his fingertips a bloody paper in between it, like in between two fingers, that his body is still holding onto.
He's holding some.
And with the nat 20 as well. As you notice that and notice the blood, you pick up on a trail. A long streak of blood that rises up the stairs towards the chair that he eventually would pass away in. But it leads. And as you follow it with your eyes, eventually you see one of the gargoyles with their fist in the ground, their head kneeling. Almost like a pool of red in one of their fists. But they sit there, stationary.
Looks like he died holding something, and not too sure what that one was doing over there. And I point the one that has the gargoyle or whatever statue that has the pool of blood around it.
What do you guys do?
And can I go over to the telescope?
Sure.
I'm gonna
Go
grab
right
a
for
piece
it.
of paper from the guy's hand.
I'll look
Wonderful.
at the telescope. I want to see where he was looking.
Okay. Is it everyone kind of entering the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want
Wonderful.
to approach like
My mole is still
him as well, like the paper in the gargoyles.
As well as the paper
I
and
think
gargoyle?
Liam will hold the door open. I don't think he'll enter the room.
Okay. That works too. All right. So,
Gentlemen.
what?
What a
Gentlemen.
gentleman. Hold the door open. Oh yeah.
What a gentleman. Wow.
Just sitting there holding like what's left of the door on like
Yeah.
the door hinge.
You know,
It's
a door
not
to
really
him.
to,
He's
like-
only 2.5 feet tall.
That's true. Yo! If that ain't the realest shit, I don't know what is. I'm definitely not a fisherman if that's not the realest shit. Anyway.
Oh boo. Oh boo on that.
What?
What, did you not get it? No, Matt got it.
I
Get it? Because
I
you
get
reel
it.
in fish.
Not just
He got it.
Lord.
Oh, what? You got
I would like
something
to
say?
cast a spell.
Am I allowed to use silence on the DM or?
Yeah, we can end the podcast. I'm kidding. Jesus Christ. So, all of you eventually step inward. Dodger, you're going for the paper. Mayri, you're going for the telescope. Everyone else is just sort of going in. Just double checking before that terrible fish joke conquered my fucking brain. Anyone doing anything else?
Neve is also like near Dodja.
Okay, so you're following Dodger. All right.
Yeah.
So, looking through the telescope, give me a investigation check. Mayri.
Or I could be useless instead. Apparently,
What'd you roll?
6.
Well, it's kind of funny. You look through the telescope, and as you sort of like look through, immediately you're kind of just met with light just right into your retina.
Yeah.
And then you like blink a little bit. It's pointing the sky, and there's a definite way to kind of know that it's pointing towards the sky.
Okay, in my defense, they probably don't have these in the Underdark, so...
It is a bit of a bitch, though, I will say, like, getting met with that as a drow. It's like getting flashbanged. Anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone eventually creeps into the room. Darathra as well. We have Dodja and Neve going towards the body. Dodja, you reach towards the note, pull it out, and the hand then goes limp finally. You unfold the note.
Is that a question?
Do you? Well, I guess, yeah. I was kind of making it as like a statement, and then I was going to lead into it, but I guess, fuck you, I guess.
Yes, I opened it.
Okay. Alright, so, you open the note. And of course, some of it is scrambled and destroyed because of the blood that has seeped into the, into the paper. But what you do catch is a very rough marking of "They all lie." The stars will come. We are all doomed.
What do you make of this? And I hand the letter over to Neve.
Neve grabs the letter and looks it over. I can only assume he speaks of the Grus.
Wait, so is that... Did everyone notice that telescope? Or whatever?
Everyone did notice that telescope, but what I will say is before you ask that,
is blinding. Don't look in it.
I need everybody, at least everyone who isn't Mary, Neve, and Dodger, make a perception check.
Gotta get the
Is the
percentage.
Damn, y'all are ready for shit.
Nice. 19.
is the telescope? Would it be safe to assume that the telescope was like pointing in the general vicinity of where the comet fell? Or did I just blind myself so it's hard for me to think?
I say it's blind. You blinded yourself, so it's hard to think.
Nice.
I think that's a
No,
logical
I'm gonna-
kind of answer.
Noblin
Yeah, I'm gonna
watches the
step
pain.
away to like rub my eyes.
Yep. I would
Noblin
say
watches
Noblin
the
watches the
pain.
pain, but
Mhm.
Noblin, Atlas, and Liam, as Dodger finishes reading this note, he turns over and starts discussing it a bit with Neve. You see very slightly, Liam and Atlas are the first to notice, the fists of the gargoyles begin to crack. And then, Noblin, your fucking spidey senses start tingling, essentially. And
Right on the back of the neck.
yeah, you feel it right on the back of your neck, that sense, the gut feeling that things are going to be wrong. And you look over to see the gargoyles immediately start, like, breaking, like, start ripping from their stone position. And one of them immediately just, like, rushes towards, Dodger and Neve. And with that, I'm going to present the battle map, and we're going to get started.
You forgot the keyword?
Yeah.
What's the keyword?
Roll initiative, but that's not
Roll
technically
initiative.
time.
Okay. Well, fuck you. Roll initiative, bitch.
Oh, it's so pretty.
All you guys want to, Dodger and Neve, I'll need you guys to put yourselves over here.
Ooh.
Okay.
And Mary, you're over here. Everyone else, place yourselves where you would.
Someone's gonna have to move me per usual.
No.
Oh,
Go ahead and
okay.
just
Do
roll.
it yourself. I'm kidding.
Should I be here or here?
I would
Close enough for me
say
to hand you over.
Yeah. Close enough to just hand notes.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna be looking at books. I like
Looking at-
books.
I'm looking at books and shit.
Where's the door?
Dimitri?
Where's the door? The door is right here, center mass.
Just for my own sanity, and I might be shooting myself in the foot by asking this, am I gonna have disadvantage at all because I'm stupid and blinded myself?
I'll say no.
Initiative.
Okay.
There it is.
I could
I
just
think I
say
did it
disadvantage on
wrong.
initiative, if you want that.
Well, I already rolled a 5, so I'm good.
Hey, roll
does that
for it
count?
again. Let's see if we can get lower.
Oh my god, no! Don't fall for it! Oh my
Man.
god.
Dimitri.
What's up?
I didn't select my token, and so it's not
Oh my
connected
God.
to my initiative roll.
Leave the room.
Same.
How
Oh my god.
I'm at a 10.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
trying
I had a 22.
I see where this is all going. I also got to place.
Dimitri has to input it all himself.
Oh my god. I need to do all this work. I need to do all these things. How dare you? Who is in on the battle? Who is in on the battle map?
I'm
Matt,
not.
you're not. No, God,
Hold on.
fucking.
I'm on the way. I can do it. I'm a big boy.
I'm on the way.
Noblin's on the way.
Noblin's figuring it out.
Noblin went to go get
Leaving you,
lunch. He's on his
Noblin.
way back from his lunch break. Okay.
Oh my god.
So here's what we are going to do. Let me select everyone here. Hit add initiative. I'm going to delete the people who have already added theirs. And now all of you should be able to input your shits.
Okay.
What about those
Oh,
of us
please,
who
okay.
can't use their computer?
Oh my god, what's your initiative?
5! We've been over this.
That's right. Sorry, I have the memory of a fucking goldfish.
I'm not on the initiative shot.
God
Roll.
dang it.
Oh, no,
Nah, here
you're
we go.
not. You're
Hold on.
right.
Here we go. I can add you. It's fixed. You're at the bottom. Now put
Alright.
your shit so you can be at the top.
This is why I love doing combat. It's just a
Woo.
mess and I love it.
Hey, it's wonderful.
Oh, all right.
It makes me giggle, and it makes my day.
Yeah, Shane,
That's
Shane, I know there's 5 enemies. It was an accident. It was an accident.
I saw.
How dare you?
How
It's
dare
a
you sneak an
surprise
extra
fifth
one in
enemy.
on us?
Maybe the surprise 5th enemy was the friends we made along the way.
I hope
the
you
episode,
die this
everyone.
combat. I'm kidding.
Oh,
And
no.
me too! I'm blind! I'm useless!
No, you're not. You're a healer. No. Okay, these are just straight rolls.
Yeah, I'm heal my own cornea.
You know how crazy that would be as a
Jesus Christ.
surprise enemy? If the power of friendship is the surprise enemy, I'd be terrified.
All of a sudden, the
are
bad guys learn about the power of friendship, and it's like,
That's actually the power of friendship is low-key kind of the BBEG in the book one-shot that the Marvel Multiverse hands you over in like the very first like play book of it. You
Nice.
essentially just fight clones of yourself who are all buddies.
real.
So it is essentially the power of friendship as the first ever BBEG for the
Wow.
Marvel Multiverse RPG. Don't play it; it's a horrible
Nice.
RPG. I'm
Wow.
obsessed.
Aw.
Friendship. Who knew? Okay.
It's my favorite RPG ever. I hate
Anyway.
it so much.
Wow, Los Angeles, city of dreams. Anyway, let's get on to it. Let's get on into combat. This is some serious ass shit. So, top of the list, we have Noblin with a 22. Noblin, you feel that sort of crawling across the back of your neck, and the gut feeling sort of sinks in as you watch all of these gargoyles just like begin breaking free of their stasis. I'll say this one was already like on the move before you were able to act. Well, not before you were able to act because you beat a perception check. They were already mid-movement, and then it's your turn. So go right ahead. What you gonna do?
Okay. I'm gonna yell out to everyone. Gargoyles! And then I'm gonna start moving.
Thank
Real.
you. Thank you, Noblin. Thank you.
Gargoyles.
Okay,
Put that on a t-shirt.
gargoyles.
Move
That's our
here.
first
Gargoyle.
merch line. Gargoyle.
Gargoyles.
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 He kind of said it with a little bit of excitement.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of like, oh my god,
Gargoyle.
gargoyles. Yeah.
Gargoyles.
It's like matter of fact too. It's
Can
not
we
like a shout,
hopefully,
right?
by
It's
the
like,
time this episode comes
Gargoyle.
out, we're in a position to do merch, so we can just do, oh my god, gargoyles.
like yeah, gargoyles.
We'll do the little like sparkly anime eyes on Noblin. I got you.
Yep.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
You can
so
pre-order
I
the
just
sticker
moved-
right now on Midbubble.
So now, what you want to do?
Do
Yeah,
it.
move my max distance here, and then I'm running up behind it. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, cool. I'd like to sneak attack this mofo with my dagger.
I will allow it because it's sort of the first like
It's Falter.
initial thing. I mean, it's technically still like coming out of its stasis form. I'll count it as prone for now.
Okay.
So I'll allow that. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
I'll allow
Thank
it.
you, sir. Thank you for allowing us to bend the rules of this world.
But don't worry. Fuck, I'm kidding. Roll down, roll down,
Oh.
damn it.
I was clicking the wrong one.
Bend the rules.
22, that's true. 22 does hit. A 22 does hit against stone. So go ahead and roll damage and hit me with a sneak attack.
Alright, cool. And the sneak attack is a d6, right? Or a d4?
It actually increased because you are level 3.
Oh, dude.
It's now 2d6.
2d6. Here we go. 12.
Oh my god.
That's 17
Nice.
damage.
Damn.
Max on both. Holy
So
shit.
you turn over and just kind of like, gargoyles! Rush over and just like, stab into the back of this gargoyle. But
Demons are running through my brain right now. It's going.
I will say with 17 damage, it would have been a good strike. But then you also realize, when steel meets stone, not a good combination.
Oh.
So you do manage to plunge into the back of this creature, but it doesn't strike as hard as you would actually want it to.
Okay.
So it only does half the damage. Still good damage. Don't get me wrong. Still good damage. It's like a solid 9 damage. But still.
Okay.
Do some light maths. I got it. I can do basic arithmetic. Anyway, up next we have Dodja.
Alright.
Make sure put you on a square real quick. There you go.
Oh, it was not a squad. That's embarrassing.
Oh, I know. How many years have you been playing D&D? You don't need to pull something. Anyway, what you want to do, Ryan?
Is this one facing towards me?
This one? So essentially, this one's facing towards you, yeah. This one's facing this way. This one's facing kind of like this angle, and this one is heading this way. So,
Alright. I'm gonna rage and run. I'm gonna intercept this one in rage and go for a swing with my maul.
So just then rush into combat, maul in hand, take a swing.
And I just get a bonus the attack roll, correct?
Yeah, because it's a masterwork maul.
Yeah, well, because of rage, is it attack roll or damage? Damage.
Rage is damage.
Yeah.
And a 15 is a glancing shot. So, only half the damage. So roll damage.
Okay.
8. Did you add your rage damage?
No, that's +2. So
10.
So it takes
half to 5. Half to 2.
Is it resistance bludgeoning?
Yes, it is. Because you turn over and raise your hammer and swing at it, and though you sort of glance off its shoulder and clip a bit of its wing, you follow through, only for it to sort of like take the impact, shrug it off, and then look towards you and just. Alright, anything else you'd like to do?
That's it. That's all I could do because I did my bonus action rage.
Wunderbar. This gargoyle went to the market. This gargoyle saw a lonely druid.
No!
This gargoyle rises from its stasis statue, shedding off with flakes of sort of stale stone that lie across his wings and back, and just and turns towards you as it rises up. It already used half its movement, so it's only got 15 squares left. Well, not 15 squares left. 15 feet of movement. 15 squares is fucking insane. But it will be able to reach you. So it rushes towards you and is going to do a multi-attack.
No.
An attack with its what is it? One attack with its bite and one with its claws. Oop. And a oop. And a nat 20. Oop.
Oh! God, what? I know that hits.
You don't know what that hits? Actually, there's that new supplement that gives that new rule where it's the alternative choice of like this fucking figgle bottom shit. Anyway, you take. Okay, that's not bad. Well, it depends. Only 8 points of damage.
Okay, it's okay.
So with the bite, it lunges towards you and it takes a giant chunk right into your neck, and you shake it off. But second attack with claws. Ooh, that one might hit. Does an 18 hit?
I gotta get a tetanus shot.
Does it hit for stone?
An 18 does hit.
Okay. So you take another 5 points of slashing damage.
Wait, they're still made of stone?
Yeah.
Gargoyles are stone.
I thought they shed off the stone
Well, it's
and
kind of like there's a fresh layer of stone, It's almost like a mixture of like stone and mud that makes up their body, but like their stasis form, the way and how I theme it is they're breaking off kind of like this stone that like it's blending in with the surrounding architecture and ground as well. So they look more like stone, like actual standard stone structures.
Okay.
Cool. But I will say, because you're concentrating on Flame Blade, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
For your concentration check. Okay, that one saves. Give me a second one. Both save. The Flame Blade is still up.
Locked in.
Yay.
So you take these 2 strikes and are still able to concentrate on the fiery weapon that holds in your right hand. And with that, it's your turn. What would you like to do, Nate?
Yeah, well, since my flame blade is still going, let's try some.
You gonna swing with it? Go right for it. Make an attack. It goes up here. Oof. Ooh. Yeah, a 21 will hit. Holy shit. Now roll 3d6 fire damage.
Gosh.
Oh. Okay, so it's instead of the slashing, it's fire?
So essentially the way Flame Blade works is it's a scimitar that goes off your spellcasting modifier. So it attacks with your wisdom instead of your dex. And you do 3d6 fire damage instead of slashing. So it's a very nice melee alternative. But 15 points of fire damage, after being struck, you raise your fiery blade with all your wrath and strike towards this gargoyle and see the fury of nature that is coalescing into this blade rip through this gargoyle. And unlike the dagger, unlike the maul, this cuts through it and cleaves into it, showing signs that they may be resistant to normal weapons, but fire they are not, as it melts away the stone and mud that makes up their body. So they take the full 15 damage, and you take a giant chunk from them.
Okay.
That was a big blow. Anything you want to do for your
gonna-
bonus section?
Okay. Wait, Flame Blade's still going?
Flame Blade still goes as long as you have concentration. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm not gonna use any bonus actions. I'm just gonna shout to the group. Use fire!
Alright, cool. Give me a second while I struggle to do basic math, 4th grade math. Jesus H. Christ. Alright, got it. I'm, call me Einstein. Fuck no.
Oh my god, he's just like me.
Just like me for real. That dude Einstein really was on something. Anyway, so, up next is the gargoyle in front of Noblin. Noblin, I hope you are ready to show your moves. Show your moves.
Oh yeah.
That's 2 attacks coming straight towards you. Jesus, I guess I'm fucking needing to go to Vegas right now because I'm rolling great. 23 hits.
Jesus.
And for the claw, does a 16 hit.
Yeah.
So
All right.
safe to say, Dimitri is trying to kill us.
Yeah,
totally.
literally.
Yep. Guys, all I have to say is,
It's like a
Womp
toxic
womp.
environment.
womp womp, be better. Anyway,
400 damage.
Get good.
it's not 400, it's a little bit less. You take you take 11 points of
That
damage
makes it better.
Okay.
as sort of the bite comes down at your arm. As this creature rises up from the ground, finally breaking off the last stone flakes that held its stasis form. A bite comes across and strikes your left hand, and then a claw rakes at your right hand, causing you to sort of like force yourself back, and you feel the blood pour through your leather bracers. It hurt like a bitch.
You motherfucker.
Holy shit, he turned into Rambo. Anyway, so with that, Dodja, the gargoyle right in front of you that you struck, is going to retaliate with its own multi-attack. That one doesn't hit. I'll assume a 10 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Second attack. I am him. That's a nat 20.
Lord.
Another crit.
Check that man's die.
Jesus.
Dude, unironically,
Yeah, take a slice, take a
this
slice.
is my curse. This is my greatest curse as a DM. When I play as a DM, I roll amazing. As a player, I can't roll above a 4. Physically impossible. Anyway, Danja, you're raging, luckily, and these claws aren't magical. So, you will only be instead of taking 10 points of damage. That's what critical hits do to my brain, kids. You know that one commercial where it's like, this is your brain on drugs? It's the fried egg. That's me right now. Anyway, you would have taken 10 points of damage, but because you're raging, you're big angry mode, you're only taking 5. So there you go. The slash comes right across your chest, and luckily in your rage state, your scales harden, and you just see sparks with flecks of blood skate across your chest. Either way, up next, Atlas. You've been silent this whole time, and now it is your time to fight.
I want to flank.
Ooh, okay. You going to flank?
Yeah. Yes, I want to flank.
Go
No,
right for it.
stop doing the measure shit. Stop
Do
it.
the 2-step.
There you go. I flank.
Alright.
And then, wait, no, give me my character sheet.
You're going through the winger.
Yes, I am. Okay. Num 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 num. I'm gonna take a rapier. Yeah, this is where, help. No, yes.
Uh-huh.
No, never mind. Wait, I forgot to roll to hit. I forgot to roll to hit.
Oh, that was damage.
Where's my roll to hit?
Oh, wait, also, you don't have bless on, just a heads up. Just make sure you take off that, the bless indicator.
Wait.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up your character sheet.
Unless I'm
gonna see what's going on. Let me see what's going on.
So I'm confused. I don't think I have that.
So on the global attack modifiers section, right under your attacks, you had it checked that 1d4 bless, so it would have added a d4 on top of your attack.
Whoops.
But you're flanking, so then that one is negated, so you're good. Roll at advantage because you're flanking.
Roll at advantage.
Yep. Give another rapier
I
attack.
guess we'll just roll it again. Sure.
Oh. That'll do it.
It's
So,
not.
fun fact about rapiers and small swords, in general, they're not very good against stone.
Yeah, no.
So you get into the position to help Noblin to stab in the back of this creature, and you hit it, and immediately just see your rapier flex and do nothing to pierce the stone.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
That's my one action. Do I have a bonus action?
You have plenty as a bard. You have plenty as a bard. You
Really?
can do bardic inspiration. You can do any of your bonus action spells.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
Uh huh.
Holding on.
Holding.
Hold.
Hold. Hold the fucking line.
Wait, I'll give. Who do I want to give? I'll give. Who's next? I'll give. No, I'll give. Neve inspiration.
Need inspiration? Okay, what do you do for what do you do to give inspiration?
Yeah, how you doing it?
Motherfucker. It's a goddamn question.
It could literally be a word of encouragement. It could be something very simple. It could be something very complex or cool. Hey, perfectly fine.
Blinking. I can't think of anything. I just give her inspiration. Okay.
Alright, so after bending the rapier, you flick with your left hand, and immediately sort of this spark of just greenish magic flicks towards Neve, and Neve, something enters your mind, and you feel a tangible bit of fate that you could manipulate. You get a extra d6 on your next d20 roll. So ability to check, attack roll. I don't think saving throw. But you get one use of it. But when you use it, you're done. Either way. So, up next, we have the Gargoyles. John Gargoyle here. John Gargoyle here. He raises from the ground, and this one, immediately as its wings break free, begins to take flight. And as it takes flight, it looks around and sees in the distance Averon. It makes contact with you, these burning red coals for eyes, and it swoops down to dive towards you to make 2 attacks.
Oh no.
So, right there. Now, also, who drew on the map? Derek, is that you?
Yeah, that was me. My bad.
Okay.
Looks like a little kid.
That's where I pissed myself. My bad.
On the whiteboard.
It's a credible piss stream, sir.
For
Good
the
show.
people who are
Anyway.
on Spotify, for the visual, go to the
For the
YouTube.
visual, go to YouTube. Go to the YouTube page to see Derek's piss stream.
And we won't put your feet on Patreon, but we'll put the piss stream on YouTube.
Okay. I see the problems. Anyway.
Wait.
Wait. Anyway. Derek, you got 2 attacks coming towards you, Mr. Averon. I'll assume a 10 doesn't hit.
Correct.
All right, second attack. Ooh, that one might. That was a 19 to hit.
Just barely succeeded.
Okay. Either way, you're going to be taking 4 points of slashing damage.
4 points.
As the claw rakes across your shoulder as he comes on down. Diving, you manage to dodge the first bite, but the following claw skates across your shoulder and kind of like your... I don't know the name of that muscle off the top of my head, because fuck me. Anyway, it hurts like a bitch no matter what. Anyway, up next is Liam. You're up.
Alrighty. Liam is going to move 25 feet here into the room. And
Into
then
the
he's going
room.
to do a straight line to the one that Knee's fighting. And he's going to do Firebolt.
All right.
Yeah.
Firebolt! 9!
Yeah, I don't think that worked.
You fire it and it shoots out the glass window right behind him. Just
Shit.
unfortunately, it does
Always
not hit. All right, cool. Averon.
What
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, big guy?
Everyone's head is just thinking of all these possibilities, realizing that maybe Ranger is tough against fucking stone things.
Don't let them get you down, Averon.
You hear a strange voice in your head, almost.
Come on, Averon. What are you doing? From the left side. Don't give up.
Never surrender.
All right. Let's do some crazy shit. Out of desperation and hearing the inspiration of every player, I'm gonna
You
try.
can do it! Yay!
I'm gonna try to. Can I? I want to jump over him, but I want to use his face as the stepping stone.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
dang.
Okay, I'd let you make an acrobatics check to try and jump
God.
over him.
There we go.
Are you leapfrogging him like he's one of the target balls?
I love how
That's-
like
yeah.
you do all these like athletic acrobatic stuff, but your stats for that are so low. Like you always want to do one of your stats are like on the floor. They're like -2.
Can I give a free action to give him guidance? I support you.
Unfortunately, no.
You have to go against all odds. And
Oh my god.
Our net ones have increased.
Zero.
Oh my god.
So
So,
that one.
that one.
No.
Well, I try to get my foot up, and I just can't.
You- No, what ends up happening is you're like, all right, I got this. Do you have your bow in hand or do you have your swords in hand?
Swords.
Okay, you have your short swords in hand, and you go over to step on him, like to sort of jump over him, but you put your foot on his chest, and he grabs your foot.
Oh,
Oh my god.
For all intents and purposes, let me roll an athletics check. You're grappled, so your movement is 0.
Love it. We love it here.
You still have. I'll say you still have your action
Oh,
and your
okay,
bonus, so you can still have your turn.
Oh,
He's being graceful.
I'm being graceful.
you can't move.
Yeah, you. The thing is, you are
Graceful.
grappled, so
Brother.
attacks against this creature are at disadvantage until you break free of the grapple.
Ooh. Then I would like to, I guess then on instinct, short sword, but I'm gonna aim for the wrist.
Oh wait, hold up, wait a minute. That's an athletics check. Derek, I said acrobatics.
He did.
Mhm.
Oh,
Ooh.
You see, that was a vision of the future I saw.
you see, in his time,
That was
we go back in time.
Avalon's hair folds in front of his face like King Crimson, and he sees the future, the potential that could happen that he has to prevent. So roll an
It's like that scene.
acrobatics check.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh wow! It's like that scene in Twilight where they're like, this is totally happening, and they're like, psych. It's that.
People like fight and like kill each other, but actually it's like
And then they're like,
yeah.
that didn't happen.
That
That
didn't
was
happen.
a vision of the future if you choose wrong.
So just as sort of you place your foot on him and his claw grabs your ankle and you're like he thinks in his gargoyle brain, however big it is. I don't know how big gargoyle brains are, but either way, grab his foot. He grabs your foot, looks at you. You both make eye contact, and you kind of see this weirdly muddy saliva drip from his teeth, and then he looks at you. You look at him. You almost give a little wink, and still are able to, from that grapple, slip out, propel yourself, and flip off his face, and end up on the other side. That does take 10 feet of movement, though.
Hell yeah.
He looks at me. And
Like
I'm
in
looking
Real
for
Dawn, when you
Can
find
I-
out
he
the
looks at me.
except
Is that,
instead of it being a totem, it was his eyes.
Yeah.
Does that
What you
count
gonna
as the move, the turn action, or I'm
It's
asking if I can
10
attack?
You can still attack, yeah. It's just 10 feet of your movement.
Can
You're
I,
like
in the
wall.
air, can I, when I'm in the air after jumping him, can I use my short swords and come straight down on him from the, aiming at his shoulders?
Oh, okay, so you're just gonna plunge right on top
Yeah,
of him? Yeah,
that-
sure.
Just gonna
So go ahead
finesse
and
on
make,
him.
make 2 attacks.
Attack rolls, here we
Comes in
go.
his sucker punch baby doll era.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, so what the
Wow.
Damn.
Does
One
a
of those is a
6 on a
nat 20.
hit?
One of those is a nat 20, fuck yeah. Both of
Damn.
them definitely hit. If you want to put your favored, what is it? I'm trying to think of what that new ranger shit is. Not really new, but it's what you have. It's the favored.
Favorite foe?
Favorite foe?
Favorite foe. If you want to put that on the nat 20, so you get an extra chunk of damage, you can go right ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, with future sight, yeah. My future sight, I make it my favorite foe.
Never on the site.
That was the wink. The wink was the
wink
favorite
was-
foe.
I
mark.
got you now. Motherfucker. All right.
Oh
So
my
with that, roll damage. Click the 21. Well, not the 21, the 26 real quick. And then add 2d6. Not 2d6, 2d4 points of damage.
2d4.
So
click. You said click the 26.
So there's a right underneath the 26. It says short sword. Click that name, and it'll roll for you.
That's a feature.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yep.
So 8, and now roll 2d4.
2d4. Let me see. Here you go.
Type /R, roll /R, 2d4, or that works too. So 8 plus 5, that is dun 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 That's something like 13 or something.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 13 damage. Basic math is failing me. That's a first strike. Second attack. Roll damage. You can click the name under the 21. 7 piercing damage. There you go. So 30 plus 7, that's a solid 20 points of damage. Whew.
Nice.
Unfortunately, stone meets steel, my friend, and it's rather hard to break through. But it's still a large chunk of damage. He still takes 10 points of damage.
It only does 1 damage.
It only does 1 damage.
Can you imagine? Like,
If we were playing Pathfinder, that's how it would be with DR.
oh my goodness.
But either way, you flip up and strike. You aren't able to like land on top of him, but you are able to sort of plunge one blade deep in and sort of go for like a backslash, drawing your blade out from out from the stone in order to cleave across his back. As then you both meet face to face in a dueling stance. Good shit. Up next, Mary.
Okay.
Your turn.
If somebody could move me 30 feet to there where I just pinged.
Gotcha. I can do that.
Here?
Keep that marker up, yeah? Right there.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go ahead and to the not that. To the gargoyle that Dodja is fighting, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt to it.
Okay. A 12 for Guiding Bolt.
And here's
Hold
the
up.
spell description.
Well, trust me, I know. What is it? I respect it, but I play my fair deal of clerics. I'm kidding. But anyway,
For everybody else, but okay.
you turn over and
Thank you.
draw from your hand. Yeah, thank you. I'm just being a sassy little bitch. You draw from your hand light from the sun, and it coalesces into this golden bolt, and you fire it off towards the gargoyle right next to Dodja, and it hits the books right next to it, missing the creature.
Now you have advantage if you want to attack the books. So
yeah, the books are glowing very brightly. So
That's
if you fucking hate
very
bookshelves,
powerful.
get
yeah,
going for it.
fuck books.
The daughters have a
I know what my
firebolt
next move is
behind
gonna
him,
be.
a guiding bolt in front of him.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn? You did your movement, your action. You got a bonus action.
I think there's really much else I can do at this moment. So, go team.
Hearing those words.
Hearing those words. Oh my god. Well, here's what's gonna happen. So, as you fire off the bolt, get into position, it misses. Darathra steps up, draws her great sword, and turns over and looks towards Neve. Let me see if Neve is within range. We're getting closer range of Neve. So she just needs to go 5, 10, 15, 20. That'll put her in range. Yep. Turns over and set. Like, as you basically called out to use fire, you hear Darathra yell out, "There needs more of it! Strike!" And she uses her action to use her knight ability, leadership. So, as long as, essentially, what is it? The knight can utter a special command or warning whenever a non-hostile creature that it can see with, what was it? You're non-hostile. You're a comrade. So within 30 feet, whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw for 1 minute, add an extra D4. So you have a free D4 to attack rolls and saving throws, as long as you can continue to hear Darathra's commands.
Oh, it's like bless.
Yeah, it's like a bless, but doesn't require concentration.
Oh, that's nice.
So with that, Darathra has her blade in hand, looking towards you. The command is cast, and you get that sort of rush of energy on stacking with the bardic inspiration. But with that, as much as I would love to say we should go into the next initiative, we are unfortunately gonna have to call a break right there and take a step away and pick up the combat in the next episode. So, yeah.
See you next
Anyway.
time on Dragon Ball Z.
That's really good. You did really good.
Wow, you did. Anyway. All right. We will pick it up next time, y'all, because we are cutting into our time. But either way, thank y'all for watching. We will pick up next time. Have a good one, y'all.
Bye,
Peace.
friends.
Bye.
See ya.